Hello, welcome guys, it's Freddie. What's happening? How to live here on no money? Well, it's going to be an interesting one here, you know, like your removals, your flights, how much it costs to have a budget to live here on a permanent basis, visa, doctor, weather, accommodation, have no money. Well guys, that's going to be one we can cover, and you'll be very shocked what I tell you about this, living on no money. Let's get to it anyway, guys. And before we move on, guys, I'm going to show you this beautiful coastline here. And, you know, we got permanent heating. You ain't going to be freezing your nuts off, you know, worrying about the bloody cold weather. And the water, you know, drinking water, you know, 2 or 3 quid a month. You know, don't overthink it. That's the most important thing. You're going to go through all the principal things, what you need to do before you come here. You know, about your flight and your accommodation and you know, moving all your furniture and stuff. Let's have a quick look what we got in front of us here. This is just one of the beaches here in HUA HIN in Thailand. Let's have a quick look. Right, we're on to the main section now, guys. We'll tell you everything what you need to be to live in here as a foreigner, and obviously coming here to live. So the essential thing is, guys, you're going to come here to live is the visa. The visa, primarily, most people will come here, they get a retirement visa. What's that going to cost me? Well, it's going to be quite a lot of dosh. Like, it's like about 20,000 English. I don't know how much that's American dollars, guys. But, you know, that's primarily, and that money has to stay in the bank account all the time you have that retirement visa. But obviously you can have a different way of doing it. You can go through an agent and they will help you if you're struggling with the money and stuff like that. There is ways they can do to actually provide that you actually do get that visa. Saying too much, but that can be got over, guys. So, you know, if you're coming here and you're not sure about coming to live in Thailand, you know, give it a try for a little while, maybe 5 or 6 different months in the year. You know, try different times of the year when you come here and see if you like it. Maybe come here in the hot season. You know, it's most important thing is to feel settled where you're going to go and live. Like me, I came here, I moved about a lot of the time. And it's always good to feel settled where you are, because if you never lived in Thailand before, you know, you don't know what's necessarily good for you. And I think you can usually feel, you know, in your gut. But I've ended up back in HUA HIN, and I think I'm definitely going to settle here now. But, you know, going back to the visas, you can actually have education visa. There's different types of marriage visa, multiple types of visas you can get. If you're unsure, just check on the internet and you can find a lot of different help there. If there's nothing which or something you can't answer, email me or leave a comment in the box, and I will answer every single question everybody sends to me regarding their problem regarding the visa. So there's the visa geezers, guys. That's the bit, you know, I wanted to get over that. I'll be truthful with you, we've been around a few different spots. It's bloody windy today that I've had to keep moving to find a spot where there's no wind without giving a bad recording for you. So the next thing is, right, that is your visa geezer. So we sorted out for that. And the next thing is what you're going to have is your budget. You know, this is the big one, guys. You're talking about living on fresh air. You know, you can live on fresh air here, not just breathing. But, you know, you need to actually come here and, you know, if you're going to live like a Thai, that way you can actually save yourself a lot of dosh and not spend a lot of money. You know, if you're prepared to eat Thai food all the time and not have, you know, the flung food, you know, like the fish and chips, spaghetti bolognese, you know, all these steak kidney pie, you can get all of that here. But it's quite a considerable cost to actually be able to do that. So, you know, I think the minimum, I suppose if you don't have transport, you know, you can probably do it for as little as probably, it's not what I would do, but you probably could do it for 800 quid, you know, but that's really pushing it. you know, with that, you ain't going to have a perfect life here. But if you've got some means, you can see it pushing you along and getting something better for yourself, then, you know, go for it, you know. But always have an emergency background of money, you know. So if you do go over that budget, at least you've got something to cover yourself. Well, that's covered the dosh there. But don't forget anything. You know, myself, I live off of 1,680 quid a month. And I have to still watch my budget with that, you know, but I have a car, I have a condo. I don't have really many overheads at all, except for the food at the condo and my transport, which is a car, which I rent, actually. I don't actually own it, but that's a long story. But anyway, I'm left with, once I paid all my bills, it's probably about 40,000 baht. So, there we are, guys. And if you are moving from Thailand, if you're moving from the UK, you know, what you really need, guys, is, you know, what you must remember is once you leave the country, you won't be able to have the National Health Service, social services, doctor's health, anything to do with the health service whatsoever. So what I suggest is have a registered address in the UK so that at least you got a fallback. You understand my meaning? Have that address. So at least you've got that covered regarding, you know, you have a fallback. If you don't have insurance to start with, obviously it's essential to have insurance if you can afford it. But with a budget of 800 quid a month, you ain't going to be able to get insurance. Insurance is like minimum, it's like, they do it on a quarterly basis, it's probably like 200 or 300 quid probably for, or, you know, it depends on your age as well, you know, you're sort of an old git like me. You know, it's going to be quite expensive, it is, to get the insurance in the first place. So, and if you have medication, it's another one. You know, if you have medication, it's, you know, if you want big medication, guys, don't bother coming. Because, you know, whether you have somebody sending it to you or not, you know, you obviously got health issues. If it's something, you know, probably like mine, I've got Barrett's, I can deal with that. I do have tablets sent to me via the UK. But the way to get the medicine, if you left the country, you want to do things the principled way, you can actually, and you have told them you're moving. The thing what you can do is actually get a private doctor on the internet and show that you're in the UK. And then what you do is you can get them to do a prescription for you. And once you've got the prescription, you can get someone to get that for you. And then what they will do is they will obviously post it out to you. So that'd be a way you can get your prescription if you're having problems in the, you know, regarding medication and stuff like that in the UK. Obviously, if you've left the UK and you're not entitled to any more, you know, pharmacy or doctor's health or anything like that, once you've been out of the country for more than 3 months. There we are, guys. That's really important to remember that. And don't forget, you will need an international driving licence to drive here. The Thai police are very hot on that now. So you will need to make sure you have an international driving licence. It's a serious, but, you know, I see most of these videos, I see a lot of guys are very, it's all very serious. You know, the thing is, guys, don't heavy your head with stuff, you know. As long as you have the basic information about the visa and your budget, they are the two main principles. It took me, what I'm giving you now, it took me almost 10 years of gathering information. What I'm giving you is information, what you getting now is what I've gathered over 10 years. You know, even your tax, anything like that, you know, you can have it all diverted to the post to to Thailand. But, you know, you can use the address, what you're going to use for your doctor and for your pension, and that way you will still keep one foot in the UK. And you'll still be able to go back and get something done, if you understand. I mean, I go backwards and forwards. I have a business in the UK, so it's not a problem for me to do that, you know. Yes, guys. So, there we go. That's the section regarding the money and, you know, health, insurance, doctor and a visa. You want to live here like a Thai? Well, that's what it is when you don't have any money, guys. They live on about 20,000 baht a month. Essentially, you can do it yourself. You know, you go to the laundry instead of having to pay like that laundry lady 600 or 700 baht a time. You know, you can go to the laundry, 150, 200 baht. You can have all the laundry you want possible. And when you go to get the food, you know, you can go into one of these big shopping malls or the local restaurant or cafe at the side of the road. You can buy food for like 50 baht, you know, maybe £1, and you can get drinks that'd be £1.20. So you can live very reasonable. You know, I don't say sustain it for a long time, guys. It's all right on a short-term basis until you get yourself organised and ready to live here like a proper human being. It's very difficult. You know, I'm on, I think it's 1680, I think, something like that. And I still struggle with that, I do, guys. It might seem a lot to you, but, you know, I'm adjusting, so I've just lost my business. So, you know, this is all quite, it means a lot to me for you to actually look at all this, because it's information what I've gathered over a very long time. I'm giving to you in a 10-minute video, which is, you know, I'm doing my very best for you guys. So please, you know, if you have any comments or anything you think, what you think different to me, you know, I just rent a car, have a condo and buy food, electric. Yeah, my bills, once I paid everything, I live with about 45, 50,000 baht, something like that, which pretty okay, actually. So there we go, guys. You know, I've done my very best for you. I hope that was good. You can leave your comments in the comment box, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Next week, we're going to be a real little secret in 7-Eleven. You know, you ain't going to see what other people, they're choosing their cheese toasties and stuff. Not me. I have something very different to that. So it'll be something, you know, a little bit different. It's quite exciting. Yeah, a bit of fun too. You know, I've got this for you to put together for those people like myself what have moved here or wanted to move here. Anyway, till the next time, guys, we look forward to seeing you. It's Freddie. Don't forget to subscribe. Buy me a coffee. I need it. I'm really thirsty for one now, guys. See you next week. Freddie.